gonna bounce around a little bit, get the blood flowing a little bit. Okay. If there's some energy for Kyle, because I see him right there. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? My man looks like he's in the garage. Yeah. What's up, Ryan, too? Okay.
Let's go, man. What's up?
Come on. Keaton's back. Gabriel's back. Come on. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Mike.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Happy Saturday, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Saturday.
Does anybody know what's going on? Does anybody have any idea what's going on right now? Nobody knows?
Mastermind.
Mastermind.
No.
What,
Alan's the man.
Yes, Ryan. Thank you.
Okay, so check this out, guys. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. A friend of mine, good friend of mine, and also an inner circle member, Alen. Alen, give him one of these.
Yo, everyone. Good to meet you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
So Alen, out of the UK. He's a long-time agency owner, internet marketing agency. Okay. He's a high-ticket closer and runs a closer agency as well. Through the month of March, he's done how much, Alan? 100 and what?
So for one client, we did around 130,000 in sales, and for another one, I think we're going to do about 90,000 as well. So it's like over 200,000 in sales in like just a matter of weeks.
Okay, and it's March 20th with a week and a half to go. Okay, yeah. So this dude's a high-ticket closer. He's a good friend of mine, and he's going to talk to you guys. I was like, man, you gotta talk to the Closer Academy people, what you're doing, what's going on, how it works, and he's going to talk to you guys today about reducing limiting beliefs. Okay, I'm gonna quarterback this thing here, and it's his deal. Okay, listen up, take notes, pay attention, mute your phone, because the guy is doing over $100,000 in sales, and he came through Closer Academy just like y'all right now are in Closer Academy. Okay.
Only 2 months ago. Only 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
That's crazy. Okay.
Hold on, let me do one thing. Yo, MJ. Yo, hey, listen, I'm in a mastermind. There's like 41 people staring at me right now. There we go. Hey, listen, hit up Jay. They need help with the auto dialer. Perfect. Okay. All right. Cool, man. Hit you in a minute. Late. Okay. So, Steve G, this is the dude I want you to connect with that I told you. Okay, we got that UK love over there. Okay.
Hey, come on.
Got it.
You got UK love. Come on.
Okay, so that's pretty much Alen, and he's a great guy. And let me just tell you the truth. He has the same information that you guys have access to. What makes him a little bit different, Gabriel, than what I've seen is his ability to duplicate the information and execute on the information. It's just on a whole different level than most people. So he has a lot of aptitude. Okay, aptitude meaning he has like a lot of natural ability to like just get shit done. Okay, so Alen, go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and let's rock and roll, baby.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the intro, Mike, and hello everyone. Nice to meet you all. My name's
Nice
Alen.
to meet you, man.
No, I appreciate it. My name's Alen, and yeah, I'm just going to I've got a little slide prepared. I've got a little presentation prepared for you guys. I want to just tell you my story straight up. Let me just share my screen 1 second. So guys, today I want to talk about is the one thing, okay? The one thing that helped me become successful with this course in life, in my businesses now. So, a little story about me. So, I've started and scaled 2 successful 6-figure businesses very quickly. I only joined Mike Barron's program. Don't know if you guys can see me. It's a bit blurry. Can you see me all right? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Got the chat going as well. But yeah. So my story is, I started and scaled a marketing agency to 6 figures, and then I joined Mike's agency program only like 3 months ago, and we're already slamming like hundreds of thousands of dollars in deals in only a matter of months. Okay. And the reason I was able to do this really quickly, while maybe others struggle or maybe others don't see the same success, okay, was just for one reason, and that's my mindset, and that's my ability to really believe in myself. But it wasn't always like this, okay. But not necessarily just the mindset, but also ability to change my own limiting beliefs that I had about myself, my own limiting beliefs I had about business, beliefs I had about the world, and also in sales is having that ability to change the beliefs of others that you're talking to as well, and the people that you lead. So I'll just give you a little bit of background about my story. Okay. So, it wasn't always like this. I wasn't always successful. I wasn't always slamming hundreds of thousands in deals. I was struggling for a long, long time. Okay. It's only now I'm able to really start and scale businesses really quickly. And it's because of the beliefs I have implemented into my life. Okay. But I'll tell you my story. Okay. So I was born in Bosnia, a place called Bosnia. Okay. And what Bosnia is, it's a very small country in Eastern Europe. And 20 years ago, there was actually a war there. And it was a really, really bad war. A lot of people died. So I'm very, very lucky to be alive right now. And luckily, the country got absolutely destroyed. There was genocide. It was really, really bad. But luckily, my parents escaped with me, my brother, when we were babies. And, they immigrated and escaped to London. So I grew up there, grew up in London. I wasn't handed anything. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon or anything like that. Both my parents were refugees, living in, a really poor part of London. But I was just a normal kid, played soccer. I loved, I call it football, but you guys call it soccer. So, played that a lot. I was a really sporty, really active kid. And by a miracle, I say it's a miracle, I managed to get to university, because, I had a lot of trouble growing up, in school and stuff like that. I got kicked out. I had to go to another school. And, it was always a bit of a mess, but I managed to get myself to university because, like you guys, I just knew school was bullshit. So I hated school. I hated the education system. But I struggled. I worked hard. I was a pizza. I worked at Pizza Hut. I was a pizza boy, so I was delivering pizzas for a living. And then I worked at a place called Ladbrokes. So ironically, it was a company called Ladbrokes, and I was broke. And I was but there I learned how to sell. Okay, that's where I discovered the skill of selling, and I knew that, hold on, there might be something here that could potentially change my life. What I used to do, I used to sell these online betting accounts, and for every betting account I sold, I got £20 of commission. So I used to just, every single person that came in the shop, I would just hustle and hustle and hustle. So I was earning minimum wage, but literally just through selling these online betting accounts, I would make literally maybe triple, quadruple my wage, and triple, quadruple the guys I was working next to, even though I was working part-time. Even though I was working 20 hours a week while studying, I was earning more money than everyone in the company because I was the only one selling these online betting accounts. The other guys, they couldn't really be bothered. So that's when I really discovered that if I could sell and if I had the skill where I could maybe just sell, right? I was in control of my own income and I could do anything I wanted to. So then what I did, I just took those skills I had and I was like, okay, let me start my own business. And at university, I studied web development. So I learned how to build websites. I learned about online marketing. I learned about Shopify. I learned about, online marketing in general, right? And I also had the skill of selling. So I combined it two. I started my own business. And I started my own marketing agency. But I'll be honest with you, man, for most guys, I struggled for years. And it wasn't very easy. But, the struggle was real. Right? So for 1 or 2 years when I first started, I was just spinning my wheels. And I really, really couldn't. Yeah, go on.
How long ago was that when you started the business?
So I started this business, it was probably around 2018, right? I started the business. Okay. It was around 2018 I started the business, just leaving uni. And that's kind of when I started my business. I was at uni and then I was kind of thinking I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. I knew that I wouldn't find a good job. That was maybe a belief I had. I was kind of, I was like, damn, if I really wanted to be successful, I really wanted to earn big money, if I really wanted to achieve big things, I couldn't be in a job, right? I couldn't be in a 30K a year job. I had to be on my own terms. It had to be something that I was in control of, right? Okay. I imagine that's the same reason all you guys are here.
Yeah, that was when you were at uni.
Go on. That was when I was at university, in college. Okay, yeah. So I started while I was at college.
Okay, that's what we call college over here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we're with you.
You call it college, yeah. So yeah, started this business while in college. But yeah, is everyone following so far? Is it good? Because obviously this is very rough. But is everyone following so far? Is all good?
Yeah, awesome, it's man. Clean. Oh, yeah, that's good. Sounds good, man.
Awesome guys. Awesome. All right, appreciate it. But yeah, so yeah, as I was saying, yes, I was at uni. I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. If I wanted to have success and earn money, lots of money, I had to do something myself. So yeah, started my own business, but I struggled for years. Although I was getting clients, although I was signing clients quite quickly, you know, I was getting 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K a month. You know, I was doing okay, but that big goal of like 10K a month, it was always a struggle, right? And I just couldn't figure it out. And you know, you guys might relate with these problems, right? Because it wasn't the tactics. I had all the tactics. I knew what to do. I knew how to get clients. I knew the information, how to sell them. I knew how to deliver the results. I had everything. I had all the information. I've done all the courses. You know, I've done Sam Ovens, I've done this course, I've done that, Jordan Belfort, you name it, I've done all the courses, right? So it wasn't the knowledge, it wasn't the information that was the problem here. All right. And it wasn't the business model, because the business model works, right? Because other people are successful in this business model, other people could do it. So, you know, the reason I couldn't do it is because I was maybe doing, but I wasn't doing something wrong. I was just doing what all these other guys were doing. Like I said, it wasn't information. I had all the information. And I couldn't blame anything or anyone, right? So the reason I wasn't successful because it was the things that I had to take responsibility for. And I think it wasn't even that I lacked motivation. I had motivation. I was working hard, but things just weren't working. And the reason why it wasn't working, it was because of my mind. Okay, it's because of the beliefs I had. And it's because of my habits and my beliefs and the things I thought about myself. There's the things I thought about the business. There's the things I thought about everything, my prospects, you know, it all became from my beliefs and what I believed. Okay. And you will experience this in your lives, and also the lives of your prospects and the people you speak to and the people you try and sell to. They also have beliefs and ways they view the world and ways they view themselves. Okay. So the problem that I had with my mind in particular, right, was my self-esteem. Okay. I didn't believe that I was worthy enough to success, or I didn't believe that I deserved it. Okay. It was the way I viewed myself. You know, I didn't view myself as a guy that was worthy of closing hundreds of thousands of deals. I do now. Now I think I'm the shit, but then I didn't feel that I was worthy of that. Okay, it was a belief I had about myself. Okay, so that's, like I said again. So you guys probably had those beliefs where you probably, you didn't believe that you were good enough to be a good salesman, or you didn't believe you're good enough to be an entrepreneur. I had those maybe same things that would hold me back. Okay, the way I viewed the world, but beliefs I had about the world. Okay. And what actually, let me expand on this. Like, the way I viewed the world, just the way I viewed the world. I don't know what else to explain about that, but it all changed. Okay, when I read this book. Okay, this one book changed everything for me. So it's because this one book, I was able to take Mike Barron's program and absolutely kill it. I was able to finally get my ass into gear and go from like 2K a month for my business to like 10K a month in literally like a month. And then straight away get into Mike Barron's program and then boom, absolutely kill it. And it's all because of this one book. It's called Cybernetics. Okay. And it's not these other books like maybe The Secret, or it's not this like law of attraction stuff that you hear. It's not this motivation stuff. That's not what I needed. Okay. I needed a framework. I needed a system. I needed something like a process that I could install into my mind that would change the way I think and the way I view the world and the way I view myself. And when I started viewing myself differently and viewing my world differently and really questioning my beliefs and what I believe about myself, that's when everything changed. Okay. And now, right now, all of a sudden I discovered that I was in control of my mind. Okay. I'm in control of the way I think. I'm in control of everything that happens in my life. I'm in control of my destiny. I'm in control of how much money I make. I'm in control of whether or not I close the deal. I'm in control of absolutely everything that happens in my life. Okay. My relationships. If I want a good wife, I'll find a good wife. If I want a good business, I'll have a good business. Everything I just know, because I just have that control now. I know how to control my mind. I have the framework. I have the techniques. Okay, I know how to remove limiting beliefs. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how you can remove your limiting beliefs as well. Okay, so these things are so dangerous. Okay, because these limiting beliefs, okay, they were removing me and they didn't serve me, and it didn't serve me in reaching my goals, and it won't serve you either if you have these beliefs. Okay, I discovered who I am. And not also who I am, but who I'm becoming. I discovered, what my strengths are with this book, and what I should be focusing on my business. Because if you don't know yourself, if you don't know who you are and what your strengths are, you're going to be focusing on the wrong tasks in your business. You're going to be focusing on the wrong tasks in your life. You're going to be doing the wrong thing. So for a year, I was thinking, I'm the marketer. I shouldn't be doing the sales. And then I was like, oh no. I was just thinking all these things because I didn't really know myself. And it was when I discovered that I am a salesman, that I am a closer, that I can close anything that I like. If you put a prospect in front of me, I could fucking close them. Sorry for swearing, but that's just how I felt. That's when everything changed. That's when I started hiring the right people. That's when I started doing the right actions. That's when I started implementing the right habits. That's when I started implementing the right techniques, the right copy, my emails, the right things in my outreach. Is when I had this belief, right? Because if you have the wrong beliefs, subconsciously you make the wrong actions. Okay, so if I don't believe I'm a good salesman, I'm not going to perform like a good salesman. If I don't believe I'm a good marketer, I'm not going to create good ads. It all just became from my beliefs, and the beliefs determine my actions, and then my actions determine my results. And that's when everything changed. Okay, now my self-esteem is I'm the shit, right? I don't care. You can call me arrogant. I don't give a fuck, right? That's the thing. So like, and that's why I need. So guys, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had someone in your life maybe doubt you, or maybe say something about you that that maybe hurt your feelings, or maybe you're a bit angry? Who has that happened to them? Right? Probably everyone, right? It happened to me. Maybe parents say something, or maybe like my girlfriend at the time say something, or whatever, like, and it'll hurt my confidence, it'll hurt my self-belief. And then what happened is I'll go down the spiral where like I wouldn't believe in myself, and then I'll question myself. I'll be like, oh, maybe I'm not being realistic, or maybe I can't close $1,000 a month deal contracts, or maybe I can't do that, or maybe I can't do this. And it would spiral, right? But now people say things to me and it doesn't even affect me. I don't give a fucking shit. It will just bounce right off. Boom, boom, boom. You say something, I don't care. Like, I know I'm the shit. I know I can do this. So, I went from, not even, charging maybe sometimes like $500 a month for my service. Like, because I didn't believe I was worthy of. I was going from charging like shit money for my service to literally closing $15,000 deals, selling $15,000 websites with like $3,500 monthly retainers, because I just because of my mindset changed, because I knew I was worthy of that. And now I think I'm worthy even more. Now I'm thinking for my closer agency, I want to charge $30,000 packages up front before I even start closing deals for them, because I know I'm worthy, because I know I can absolutely change their business. I know that I can add so much value to their company. I know I can add so much value to their business, because I have that belief. Okay. And now that those beliefs determine the person I will become. Okay. It's so important, guys, because these beliefs will determine your, like I said, I remember I'm repeating myself, but these beliefs they have will determine the actions you take, and determines the amount of success you will achieve in your business. Okay, so who knows who these people are? Put your hands up. Do you guys know who these people are? Okay, so this guy is Ronaldo, and then we have Mayweather. Okay, both these guys are fucking champions, right? They are like the elite in their sport. They are, but they're also very well known for their mindsets. Okay, who here have heard Mayweather speak about himself? Like, the way he speaks about himself is, some will call him arrogant. But I would say it's someone who knows himself so well, who believes that he will be champion, who believes that any opponent that steps in the ring with him, he knows he'll beat them. He just knows deep down in his core that he will smash anyone that enters the ring with him. And that's why I want you guys to think as well. With every deal that you close, or every prospect you're in front of, that, you will close anyone closable. Anyone that's closable, you'll close. But one thing I want to say about these guys, okay, is like they have amazing self-image. Okay, and what self-image is the mental blueprint or picture of ourselves that we carry with us. Okay, our self-image prescribes the limits of the accomplishment of any particular goals. It prescribes the area of possible. So they're able to achieve these things because their self-image of themselves, the picture they have of themselves, is so high. Their self-esteem is so high. So they know. So every action and every habit, that these guys inhibit and carry into their lives serve their goal. Okay, so what I mentioned earlier, how like a limiting belief will do the opposite, will actually will harm your goal and harm you like severely. These guys, it's the opposite. So their self-image kind of it determines their actions and also the habits they have in their life, and then the habits that they have and the actions they're taking are making them champions, are making them perform better. Is that making sense, guys? Am I making sense there? Or is everyone following?
That's
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, love that. So guys, this is what I want you guys to do. Okay, I have a little exercise for you guys. Okay, and one thing that really helped me. Okay, so why I have this really strong mindset now. is just think of one experience where you've achieved success in the past that made you feel good about yourself. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about anything. Just think about one experience. Has everyone got one experience where they've just, this can be tying a shoelace for the first time, okay? Or this can be scoring a goal when you're playing basketball or something like that. This can be absolutely anything. Just a really, really small win that you achieved. Who achieved that, okay? What I want you to do is relive that experience of, tying a shoelace for the first time. Or, like me, what I do, maybe scoring that really good goal when you played football, or passing that exam, or whatever. Just think that. So every time, sometimes where you feel like a loser or feel like they have all these negative thoughts in your mind, just remember that time that you've won that once. And also remember that if you've won once, okay, you can do it again. Okay. So what I do if I'm in a slump, if say I'm not closing deals, I just remember to myself, look, I've closed big deals before. I've closed one. And if you've never closed before, don't worry, because you've won at something before. So if you won at something before, you can win again. Okay, just remember that and hold on to that feeling. And just remember, if you can do it once, you can do it again. Okay. And another thing I want you to do, guys. So did that make sense as well? That last thing I said, does that make sense? But another thing I want you guys to know is, the subconscious mind is powerful. Okay, our subconscious minds guide us and guide our decisions and guide us through the world. Okay, so it's so important that we put good things and positive things in our subconscious mind, because that will affect the decisions and actions that we take in the present. Okay, so if you see someone that's maybe not successful, it's because their subconscious mind is filled with so many beliefs and doubts about themselves that keeps them there. Okay, if you look at someone who's really successful, like Ronaldo, for example, his subconscious mind is just filled with like, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. So he eats healthy. Yeah.
Question, bro. So for people not familiar with the subconscious mind, can you kind of explain what that is? Subconscious mind?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So the subconscious mind. So right now, like I'm conscious, right? So all the decisions I'm making, I don't know what's going on in my brain. So, but like 95% of the things that go on in our brain, we don't even know about. It's like inactive, right? So the things that are in the back of your mind are so important. So like, for example, everything that you've learned from childhood up to now, enters your subconscious mind. All right. So things that people have said have entered your subconscious mind, and it kind of, without you even knowing, without you even realizing, are affecting the decisions you make. So for example, if growing up, my dad told me, money doesn't grow on trees, or, what's another false limiting belief? Business is difficult, right? Then I'm going to grow up thinking these things are true when they're not. They're just beliefs, okay? And what beliefs are, they're just statements that are not backed up with proof. So I hope I'm making sense. So if these things are in your back of your mind, it's going to affect your decisions. So what you want to do is replace those with good thoughts. So like, business is easy. And, I can make as much money as I want to. I can make as much money. I deserve to make as much money. Money is easy. There's money everywhere. So when you place these thoughts instead, then your actions start to become better. Am I making sense now? I hope I'm following. I hope everyone's following. Is that all good? Mike, all good?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Ellen, one of my new slogans, dude. You can barely see it. It's easy. It's fucking easy.
It's easy. Yeah. It's easy.
Success is easy. Happy relationships is easy. Money, closing, it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Love that.
That's exactly what I inhibit now. So success is easy. Money is easy. Closing is easy. It's just a belief. It's not arrogance. It's just it just is. But anyway, so our minds can't actually tell the difference between a managed experience and a real experience. Okay, and so our actions, feelings, and behavior are a result of our own images and beliefs. So let me just talk about this. So there was actually an experiment done on these basketball players. Okay, and the guys doing an experiment split these basketball players into 3 different groups. So there was one group that just practiced free throws. Okay, so they practiced free throws in real life. There was another group that didn't practice free throws at all, and there was another group that didn't practice free throws, but imagined them hitting successful free throws over and over again. So they sat in a room just picturing hitting free throws every single time. Okay, and then what they did is then they got these groups to shoot free throws, and they found out the guys that imagined throwing the free throws absolutely crushed the other 2 groups. So even the guys that were practicing the free throws and the guys that didn't So even the guys that were practicing free throws didn't perform nowhere near as good as the guys that I imagined hitting the free throws, because the guys that the guys that I'm imagining were imagining themselves being successful. Okay. And their brains couldn't tell the difference between what they imagined and what is actually real. So what I want you to do, so how does this apply to you guys? So what I want you to do is, before your sales calls or before you're about to go in a sales meeting, every day, picture yourself closing that deal, picture yourself having an amazing performance, picture yourself, every objection you're going to get, picture yourself handling that objection. Really try and vividly picture yourself vividly winning, vividly imagine, you closing that deal, that feeling of them, taking their credit card and closing the deal, right? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between the imagined experience and the real experience. So do you remember before I talked about here, well, I talked about, I don't know where it was again, but I told you to, that's it. Remember a time that you've won. Remember a time that you won in your life. Okay, that same thing will happen in your sales calls if you imagine yourself winning. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Okay, and why is this also important? Okay, so like I said, your beliefs in your self-image create your habits and influence your daily actions. Okay, and your daily actions and habits determine the person that you will become. Okay, so it starts from beliefs. So I believe I'm the best. So therefore, for example, I believe I'm the best soccer player in the world. Therefore, I will eat healthy and I'll work out every day because I believe that, and then I'll win. I believe that I'm the best salesman in the world. So therefore, I will take Mike Barron's program every day and I'll study it and I'll read books about sales and I will do everything I can to be the best because I'm the best. And then I'll close those deals. That's how it goes. Okay. So if you think, for example, that's not me, I'm not athletic, I'm not an athletic person, then you're not going to go to the gym. You're not going to exercise. But if you think, oh, I am an athlete, if you're not, let's say you're overweight. Okay. Let's say you're not in shape, but you think I am an athlete. You are going to go to the gym because you want to be consistent with that belief. Okay. Or if you say, look, oh, I'm an introvert, I'll never be good at sales, I'm too shy. Then if you believe that, then you're naturally just going to inhibit and take those actions that will back up that belief. Okay. Or if you believe that, I'm a smoker. If you have that sort of image about yourself, right, you're never going to stop smoking because you're just going to keep doing it, right? So, and you're going to become healthy. So and the opposite is true. Okay, so the opposite is true as well. So if you think I am athletic, I'm going to work out. If you think, I'm amazing at sales, you're going to read sales books and you're going to close deals. If you believe, I'm a great entrepreneur, then you're going to make decisions and actions that are in line with you being an amazing entrepreneur. Okay. So yeah, like I said before, our self-beliefs, our self-image dictates our actions and habits. Our actions and habits dictate the person that we will become. So you need to not only embody the mindset and the self-image of highly successful mature, but you need to embody the habits too. Okay. And obviously when you have that belief, the habits will come. And they both work together. Yeah, so like I said, true behavior change is identity change. So the goal is not to read a book, it's to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon, it's to become a runner, right? It's not to learn an instrument, but it's to become a musician. So we need to change our identity, and then all our actions will come into place. So the goal is not to make $1 million, it's to become a highly skilled closer, leader, marketer who's capable of generating millions. Am I making sense, guys?
Alen,
is everyone following?
Alen, yeah. Let me comment on this real quick, man. So what I see with a lot of people, just in general, it doesn't have to be Closer Academy, whatever.
Yeah, I
see that we're in an age. That doesn't even have to be an age, but we're in a situation where people want instant gratification. So like, dude wants to be super successful, woman wants to be super successful. They want the lifestyle, they want to get rich, they want to retire their mom. But if we don't get that in like a week or 2 weeks, they're like, fuck, this doesn't work. And then they quit. So this is what I believe in. I believe it has to be, I say this, I believe, like this thing, the success thing. Okay. You're not, like looking at clothes, or you're not, doing music, you're a musician. I believe it has to be in you and not on you, because when it's on you, it's on the surface, it's on your skin. It has to be within. So it's not really what you do, rather it's who you are. And there's a total different thing. One thing is like an action. The other thing is like you've embodied that whole spirit of whatever that is. Yeah, I close deals. No, dude, you close at the highest level and you put in the work to be at the very top of Mount Rushmore in this industry. So I just want to piggyback on that. That's one of the biggest things I've seen. It's not what you do. If it's what you do, you're never going to reach those heights. It needs to become who you are. So back to you, man.
No, that's perfect. No, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And so, what I want to define, what actually is a belief. So a lot of people talk about limiting beliefs and, changing beliefs. But what is a belief? So a belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. Okay. So remember that it's especially one without proof. Okay. So what you want to do is dehypnotize yourself from these false limiting beliefs. Okay. So, because like I said, false limiting beliefs have a severe negative impact on you. If a really positive one can have a really positive effect, like you see with Mayweather and Ronaldo, how they become the best in the world, a negative belief can have the same thing, right? And it can lead you in a really negative spiral. So what you want to do is create these positive spirals, and it starts from having positive beliefs, right? But every human is being hypnotized by ideas. Okay. So we must do hypnotize, but how do we do that? Okay. So first I want you to know, guys, that, you're not inferior. Okay. You're not superior. You are you. Okay. So you're unique, you're special, you're perfect, and you're not like anyone else. And thank God. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true, right? Everyone here is unique. Everyone here is special in their own kind of way, right? I don't know if you believe in God or not, but, if you believe in God, God made us all different. He made us all unique. He made us in what Christians say, in his own image. Okay. So, not like anyone else, and thank God. So stop measuring yourself against their standards, because you're not them. So stop looking at Instagram, people with their Bentleys and all that, the success, because you're not them, right? You're unique. There's something special about you. Okay. So that's what you want to remember. And you're not in competition with anyone. You're only in competition with yourself. So that's one thing that I changed as well, that I realized that, I'm not competition with all these other guys that are doing this business model. I'm not competition with anyone else that's doing closer agency. I'm not in competition with everyone else in this academy. I'm just in competition with myself. So I don't care about their success. I don't care who's below me or above me. I don't give a shit. I'm just concentrating on myself. So that's what I want you guys to do as well. Just focus on you and stay in your own lane, and don't compare yourself to others, whether they're above you or below you. But one thing we can do, okay, to break these limiting beliefs as well, we can do it through logic and reason. Okay. So like I said, a belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. Okay. So if we can actually prove to ourselves that this bad belief that we have is false, then that's how we get rid of it. Okay. We do it through reason and logic. Is everyone following so far? Do you know what I mean by reason and logic? By truth. Okay. So we can do it by truth. Okay. So what we want to do is ask yourself why. Why do I believe that I can't? Is that belief actually based on fact, or is it an assumption or a false conclusion? Okay. Now, let me expand on this. Okay. So, what's the opposite? So another thing I do when I have a limiting belief is think, what's the opposite? So, a lot of limiting beliefs are business is hard. Okay. That's what a lot of people believe. Or sales and closing is hard. Okay. That's another limiting belief. Or I don't deserve success because. Okay. So, who else has maybe heard a limiting belief before? Who else has got an example of a limiting belief? Go on, Mike. Has anyone got an example of one?
Dude, I grew up poor as hell. Money doesn't grow on trees. We can never afford that.
Yeah.
Hey, so-and-so, mom, dad, I want to be this. I want to become that. Come on, be realistic, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do. So with all those that Mike said and all those that you can think of, or I know we become really. I want you to think the opposite. So what Mike said there, he said, money doesn't grow on trees. The opposite is money does grow on trees, right? It's just a belief. Okay. Mike said, that's not realistic. The opposite is that is realistic. That is super realistic. That's so realistic. Okay. So business is easy. Sales is easy. Closing is easy. So put these beliefs in your mind instead. I deserve success because I deserve it because of that, not because inspired. I deserve it because of that. Okay. I will be a millionaire because of that. Okay. And then, okay, so that's ourselves. But now, in order to make money, okay, in order to close deals, we also need to change the limiting beliefs of our prospects. Okay, so who here has been closing deals so far? Who here's is everyone beginners so far? Or have we all started closing deals?
Ellen, can you stop the share for a minute? so we can see everybody?
Yeah. Sure. Sorry.
Okay. Ready bunch. Okay, ask them again.
Okay, sorry. So who here has who is closing deals so far for prospects and stuff? Or is everyone still beginning? Okay, we've got a couple. All right. So what will happen, guys, when you start closing deals or when you start getting in sales meetings, you'll get a lot of people who have their own limiting beliefs. Okay, who have these own bullshit beliefs of why they can't be successful. Okay, so a lot of you guys will be selling programs that will, that will change these people's lives. That will potentially make more money in their lives than they will ever make without you guys. Okay, so you guys, you have a very, very important role, because one thing that really, really kills me sometimes when I'm on a sales call and I know I can generally help that person. I know if they have my service, they have my program, I know this person's life can actually change. And if I don't close them, sometimes I feel a bit of guilt, because I'm like, damn, if only I changed their limiting beliefs, they would have closed. Okay, so now I make sure if I see someone who have these beliefs, I make sure I try and change them and I try and close them. So a lot of things you'll get that they'll say is, I can't afford it. Okay, that's a limiting belief. Okay, I need to think about it. That's another limiting belief. Okay, the opposite is, you can't afford it. You can afford it, or let's try and find ways how you can afford it. Okay, so if you're thinking in your own life, try and think of ways instead of I can't afford it. Think of ways of how can I afford it? Sorry. Got who asked question? Someone say something?
No.
No? All right, okay. Or I know I need to think about it. Okay, that's another limiting belief. I need to speak to my wife. Okay. I need to speak with my mum or dad. Another person said to me before, they achieved results, but I don't think someone like me can. Someone like me, okay? I want to ask you, what other objections have you guys heard? Have you guys heard any other objections? I want to hear them. I want to know.
Yeah, Alan.
Look around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve.
I had one the other week. Guy turns around and says, "Look, man, I've just not got the time." And I turned around to him. I said, "Look, you're working 60 hours on the gym floor. You're making $2,000 a month. You're never going to have the time unless you change something, right?" Real. So I said, exactly. Let's make time so you can create time. He was like, boom, on the call,
I love that. That's a perfect one. I haven't got the time. That's another limiting belief, right? So what we need, like what Steve just did there, okay, he kind of just like replaced that limiting belief that he had with truth. Okay, the truth is he has time. That guy's probably just wasting time on bullshit that he shouldn't be doing. He's probably scrolling through Instagram 2 hours a day. He's probably doing something that he shouldn't be doing, right? So that guy just needs to make time in order to create time, okay? So one thing that I really learned from Mike as well is, we need to figure out why they think this, figure out how and where they learned this from, and replace that limiting belief with logic, reason, and truth. Okay, so we need to ask, why do you think that? Who taught you that, and how is that belief serving you? Okay, so for example, if someone says, I need to think about it, we ask, why do you think that, or who taught you that? Who taught you that? You need to think about things super thoroughly before you make a decision. Sometimes these people just don't really trust them in themselves that they can make quick decisions. Okay, so and you ask them, how has that belief been serving you? Because this guy, because he believes that he needs to think about everything all the time. He's not being.
I don't make quick decisions.
Yeah, I don't make quick decisions. That's it. So like, that's a belief. He believes that like if I make a quick decision, I'll fail or I'll make a mistake or something like this. So we need to not only like figure out why they think this, and how it's serving them, but then also replace that with truth. Okay, so the truth is right. Okay, right now, like, as Mike would say, as Grant Cardone would say, speed is the new big, right? So every entrepreneur that's successful right now today is so because they make really fast decisions. So Mark Zuckerberg, who here has heard of Clubhouse? Have you ever seen Clubhouse? Yeah, right? So Clubhouse, they've got this new feature that's popping, that's trending. Mark Zuckerberg has created a new feature of Clubhouse on Facebook already. So Zuckerberg found this out, was like, shit, I'm making Clubhouse right now on Facebook. He acted with speed. And that's why he's a billionaire, because he makes decisions quick. He didn't think, oh, I don't know if it'll work. Oh, I don't know. I might need to think about it. He's like, fuck, no, we need to make Clubhouse right now. Bang, that's done. Another decision. I see this when I'm in this circle with Mike. I know if Mike sees a problem in his business or sees something that's stopping him from growing or stopping him from, going to the next level, he's quick. He's making that snap decision. Other millionaire mentors I know, they're making quick snap decisions. If they see something that's going to not make them not achieve the goals, they're snapping that out quick. They're putting out quick. So that's the point I'm trying to make, guys. Okay, so we need to get rid of those limiting beliefs and replace it with truth. Okay, because these things are true. Mark Zuckerberg is really successful. He's making billions because he's making really, really fast decisions. When even you see that film where he found out when he saw the idea for Facebook, he was quick on that. He created it really, really fast.
So let me just say something. So guys, what he's saying is this happens a lot. When you're in the closing seat, you ask for the money. It's going to happen. They're going to say, I need to think about it. I don't make rash decisions. How long have you been, okay, I gotcha. Go think about it. How long have you been making, not making rash decisions? Mike, Alen, I've always been like that. Oh, okay, cool. So like when you're a young guy, you've always been like that? I've always been like that. So what Alan's saying is that mode of operation, that computer chip that's making that guy or that woman not make rash decisions is wrong. And what Alan's saying is his successful friends, some of his coaches and mentors in the past, Mark Zuckerberg, these guys are making very, very quick decisions to solve problems. Okay, parentheses, that doesn't mean you just make decisions on bullshit and you just jump into anything. But what he is saying is this individual here has a limiting belief of like being slow, and the information that Alen has that he's learned is like, dude, the successful people I know, they make quick decisions and they're certain. So he's trying to like break down the computer chip that's making that guy go slow and saying, hey man, I totally got that. I acknowledge that. I understand why. Let me give you some new information that I know of people that are very successful, because that's what you want to be, right? Alen, is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. No, you articulated it perfectly. And it goes back to the beginning, what I said, right? So the reason I was able to be successful so quickly with Mike's program is because I made quick decisions. I didn't question it. I just went boom. So the story of why I joined, if you guys are interested, I had my digital agency, it's doing well, but I wasn't fulfilled, right? I wasn't enjoying it anymore. It was such a grind I just didn't like anymore. And I wanted to change. So I saw Ryan Toe's post in some group, and I was like, I actually had an idea for a sales agency or closer agency anyway, or become a closer anyway. But I just didn't see anyone else doing it. And I saw Ryan Toe, and I was like, okay, damn, this is it. This is what I need. And I just got on a call with guys, and I made a quick decision straight away. I just put the money down, and as soon as I joined, I just consumed the program and I implemented straight away. I didn't wait. I made my website, I made my Instagram, I did everything that Mike told me. I did all the stuff. I went over to the clients, I closed the clients, and I was quick. I made quick decisions, and I trusted myself that the quick decisions I'm making were the right ones. I didn't question myself. I had that belief that I just knew that every decision I made would be the correct one because I'm the shit, right? That's what I want you guys to do as well. Okay. So with that being said, that's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let me just share this quickly. If you wanna connect with me, I've got my Facebook here. Alen Fejzic. It's a weird surname, I know, but it's pronounced Fejzic. It's spelled Fejzic. A website will be live this weekend soon. It's alenfejzic.com. Instagram alenfejzic_. Please connect with me. Ask me any questions if you want to have a chat. Happy to help in any way. And I just want to end by saying, has anyone else got any questions?
I want to ask you some questions, but on behalf of the group, dude, you fucking killed it, man. This was so amazing.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
man. On the West Coast. Yeah, you did that, bro. You did that. Okay.
I love it.
Guys, we're scheduled for 15 minutes. You guys got some questions for Alen? I saw Jaleesa's hand up first. Jalisa, what you got, girl?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, Jalisa. Hello, Jalisa. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Alen.
I appreciate it.
For the limiting beliefs, when you put up where people say, I don't have the money, I feel like that is a limiting belief, but sometimes we have to respect that. Like if they literally don't have the money and then you push, because that happened to me. Like, I was like, I literally don't have the money. I want to do it, but I literally don't have the money. And he was just like, why don't you have the money? Why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? Like sometimes we have to get to a point where we can I understand like push and ask, but also a point where we have to respect that and say, okay, like, like maybe when you get some money, call me back.
Jason, I respect that. I respect that. But sorry, there's two things I want to say here. Okay, one, that salesperson was not a good salesperson. Okay, that definitely sounded like he wasn't a very good guy. And two, I would argue, whenever I think to myself, oh, I can't afford it, I would say that's a limiting belief. All right? I always think, how can I afford it? So like there's things, you can leverage credit. All right, but some people have some people have limiting beliefs about credit. Okay, all these big guys, Warren Buffett, all these big entrepreneurs, even Mike, I'm pretty sure has, all these big guys that have leveraged credit. And there's a difference between good credit and bad credit. Okay, so bad credit is where you use credit cards to buy bullshit like TVs or depreciating assets. So if you buy a car on credit, that's bad. That's poor financial decision because you're putting credit into something that's a depreciating asset and it's devaluing over time. However, if you put credit into something that's good, that's going to positively impact you and your business and grow you as a person and grow your business and help you generate millions in sales, I'll call that good credit, right? You're only borrowing a bit of money on the short term in order to have long-term success. So that's how I would probably deal with that limiting belief. Was that good? Does that make sense, Mike, or everyone? Or
bro, you're killing it right now, bro. You're killing it right now, man.
I mean, agree to disagree.
Okay.
Look, I want you guys all to visualize this. Okay, so when there's an agreement, okay, there's two hands coming together. Yes, let's do this. I like it. I like you. Okay, I see the value. Okay, here's some money. Great, let me service you. Where there's agreement, there's a deal. All right, the problem with sales is that people are out of agreement. Hey, I need to think about it. Hey, I don't have the money. And the saleswoman's just like trying to like bang on the person. And you're out of agreement. When you're out of agreement, you lose you lose reality, you lose communication. And now you're just like, you've been in the deal for 45 minutes. It's kind of cool. And now you're just like, dude, fuck this guy. Like you're out of agreement. So this is what I want you guys to visualize for real. Everybody really truly needs to visualize this in a sales process from the open to the close. So you have to visualize. I don't even believe I talk about this in the program. So Jaleesa, you're on one side of the table. Okay. You're over here. There's a table between us and I'm on the other side. Okay. That's what happens when you're negotiating. What I want to do truly is I want to excuse myself. I want to get up. I want to walk around the table. And I want to sit on your side. And I want to really connect with you. And I want to put my arm on your shoulder and be like, what's up, girl? And I want to be on the same side of your table. Okay. And that's what agreement is. Okay. So we have to remove that little barrier in the middle. So when someone says, money's an issue or money's a concern, or I don't have the money, it's not about like, well, how come you don't have the money? Are you not serious? Do you not want to invest in yourself? That's disagreement. Okay. So you want to immediately go into, hey, listen, I totally get that. I know you just wanted some information today. It's a lot of freaking money. I totally got that. Hey, let me ask you a question though. Besides the money, do you think I can help you? Yes. Besides the money, you think, I'm being truthful and honest with you? Yes. The case study I showed you with Ellen, do you think that's real? Oh, no, Mike, it's okay. So the only thing is just the money. So you just check all the boxes. Yes. Only thing is the money. Okay. So now you get around, go to the other side and say, hey, listen, let me ask you this, the money thing, if you don't have it right now, how can we make sense of it? What do you mean? Like, do your uncle, your aunt, your sister, your siblings, is there other people that, could help you? And then it would take 11 minutes for me to explain that whole thing, but then you would just break down that limiting belief. Me, when I want something, there's nothing that can stop me. I bought a dog when I used to be a dog breeder. I had 6 payday loan advances, $300, just to go get that dog in LA. When you want something, you want to go get it. So you have to further break down, is it truly the money or are they scared? Okay, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, but the point is, this is not what Alan's saying. Okay, it's not that. It's agreement. Yeah. I got you. I understand. And then go back in and get to the truth.
Yeah. What I said there, you won't say that straight away. You'd get, like you said, do what Mike says, get an agreement first, understand the situation, relate to them, empathize. And then what he said, the second thing you said there, that's when you sort of would say what I said. But yeah, I didn't have enough. I didn't realize I had enough time to explain it. But what Mike said there, I just think is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. What the amateurs do, they don't know how to get agreement. Yeah, and you're just freaking just welling on people. Nobody wants.
You don't want to get in conflict.
Okay. Who's next with the hands? Who's next? Somebody. Okay, Steve, talk to us, man.
No one got any questions?
They have their hands up, but they don't want to speak
out. Dante and Daniel next, I think.
Okay, who has the next question? Go ahead. Steve, go ahead. You're on mute.
Yo, Alan, I got to ask you, man. So when it comes to like working on your mindset, okay, what does your daily routine look like? Like what time you go to bed, what time you wake up, and what time you put aside to work on your personal reinvention?
Do you know what? No, I love that question. I love that question. So obviously we're in UK lockdown, right? So it has affected things. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, when things were going really well, and also I work within US time zone, so things are quite difficult. But what I'd do, I'd wake up at 8. I wouldn't, you know, I'm not one of these like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. people. That's not me. I know who I am as well. So that's another thing. So I know that I'm not one of these 4 a.m., 5 a.m. people, right? I do better work at night in the evening. So I wake up at 8, I go gym, I work out for like an hour or two, I come home, I'd shower, meditate, I'll take my supplements, apple cider vinegar, coffee, read something a little bit, maybe for like 20 minutes, and then I'll start work. And then I'll start from like 11 a.m. and I'd work till like 11 p.m. and then I'd fall asleep and then same again. So that's like my routine. And you know, it's easy to do these long hours when what you do is when you do something you love as well. So I'd recommend that as well. But yeah, in terms of my mindset, that's it really. I think going gym in the morning is just a good way to just, and cold showers. I take cold showers every day as well. So when you want to do, there's a voice that you have in your head. It's called like the bitch voice. I call it the bitch voice. There's a bitch that says like a bitch voice that says like, oh, don't work out today, or you know, or don't have a cold shower, or don't do this, don't do that, don't go for your dreams. You know, relax today. So what you want to do is just do things to get rid of that voice. That's working out in the morning. That's meditating as well. And that's taking cold showers. So when I meditate, it just you stay still for like 10 minutes. You're not doing anything, not checking your phone, not checking your emails, not ringing anyone. Everything's off, and you're just sitting still for 10 minutes. So that helps you focus more on your work. That helps you like calm your mind a bit more and gives you more clarity. Because another thing is, the more clear your mind is, the better decisions you make. And business is a decision-making sport. And also, you need to be mentally sharp in your sales calls, right? So if you're more mentally clear and you have more energy and you've worked out in the morning, you had a cold shower, you had to meditate, and then you'll just perform well for the whole day. Hope that answers your question, Steve. But that's kind of what I do.
That man, come on.
I appreciate it, man. I don't really do affirmations and things like that. It's not really my style. But I just sort of, if I do have a limiting belief in my mind or something like that tears me off my goals, I get angry at that thought. I tell that thought to shut the fuck up, and then I just go back to being the shit. That's it.
Cool. Thanks, Steve. Mikhail, what's up, man?
Alan.
Hi, mate.
That whole morning routine thing, you don't have these affirmations and whatnot. I kind of, I've been through courses in the whatnot. They talk about mindset a lot, but that affirmations thing, that is also not me. And so, the way you kind of go about it is you just kind of tell yourself to shut up in your own head, right? That's pretty much exactly what I do too. And it's really cool that, you can adopt this mindset, get that same willingness to do the work, to become the person, you believe you are without, affirmation. It's just not my style. But like, it's just mental discipline, really. It's just, knowing your thoughts and doing your best to understand why they're happening, this and that. It's really cool.
No, absolutely. But the thing is, who knows? Maybe that's something I'm missing. Maybe that's something I'm missing to get to the next level, right? I don't know. Like, maybe I need to experiment more. I'm always thinking, like, a mindset is not something you have. It's something you always work on. So, like, maybe that's the thing I need to do I don't know. I need to always have an open mind as well. But, like, what I like about affirmations, if you are doing them, like, at the end of the day, it can't hurt, right? Because at the end of the day, you're putting positive things in your mind and you're telling yourself positive things.
Yeah.
So it's not going to hurt. But no, I appreciate that, and I like, you just need to know yourself and know what kind of drives you and stuff as well. Yeah. So
you got to keep growing.
I would say. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Okay, who's next?
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the question, man. Thanks for the question. But I've got 5 more minutes, guys. If anyone got any questions, yep.
Okay. Four more people. Gabriel, talk to us.
All right. Yeah, what's up, man? So my question is, like, what are your tips that you got for people that are starting off as becoming closers, or just people that are starting off as setters when you're making the call? Obviously, like Mike's courses pretty much just says the whole gist, and it tells me everything that I need to know. But I want to know from your words, from your mouth, any like tips that you got for a newcomer.
No, I really love that question. That is a difficult question for me to answer. You know, because it's like, you know, I have to go right back to the beginning. But like, one thing I would say, I think the things that help me, like, I don't get like what problem specifically is it? Is it, do you get nervous, or like, you know, or what kind of problem do you have? Because getting started, there's so many things. So, you know, what specifically do you kind of need help with?
What I'm overthinking with the fact that I think, as a setter position and a close position are two different things, because they are. But obviously, when I'm listening to like how they go one compared to the other, they sound practically the same to me. And I haven't become a setter yet. I'm about to get ready to take my practical, because I've only been in this company for about almost a week now, and I'm still an affiliate. So I'm like, I just want to know as I'm getting started.
Like they are different, right? Because
help?
You know, when you're set, are you making the call? You're doing outbound calls, right? So you're calling them, I'm guessing, right?
Currently, what I'm doing now is I'm reaching them out through their DMs, and I'm trying to get their phone number, and then I'll send it to my manager, whoever it is that is the setter.
Okay. So so basically, like most setters, right? They probably call people, right? So it's outbound. So it's different from a closing, right? Because when a closing, it's two people who've agreed to meet at a certain time, and you're having a conversation. So like the frame is a bit different. But like if you're outbound calling, the sort of thing that I do if I'm outbound calling, I don't know if this will help you, but this is what helps me, just saying to myself, look, this is my job, this is my duty, I need to be at my top performance and my top game, because I need to make sure this person gets this course in order to change their life. That's kind of what I believe, right? It's just, I don't know, every time before closing meeting, I say, look, I need to be my A game, because it's not about me. And that's another thing. I always think it's not about me, it's about them. I don't make it about me, because if I make it about me, I'm being selfish. It's about the prospect. I need to make sure that I'm on my A game, because I have a moral obligation to make sure they buy my service. Okay,
exactly.
That's kind of what I think. Like, that's my moral duty. It's like that person's drowning. I with this product of mine can help them out of the water, and that probably goes back to like what Jalissa asked me, right, about the money thing, right? Even if the person really can't afford it, I believe my service can help them so much. I know it's worth them getting in debt. I just know. Like, I know it sounds bad, but it's like I just know this will help them so much that like I have that belief that I don't mind pushing those buttons. But I do it respectfully, I do it softly, I do it in a way that's ethical. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, when you have that belief in your mind that you have a moral obligation to help this person, the setting, the closing, anything else you do becomes easier. I hope that makes sense, man. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's. I'm literally trying to put that mindset in myself right now, just so I can like mentally prepare myself for everything. Exactly, it's my duty.
Yeah. So before, I was nervous before this thing. But I was like, it's my duty. I've got to stand for these guys.
Everybody is. I'm nervous now. Yeah, everybody is.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Hey, Dante. Where's Dante? Can you hear us?
Yeah. What's up?
So Dante said he was gonna just say thanks. He lowered his hand, so he didn't want to. He didn't want to take the line.
Oh, appreciate it, man. You're welcome.
You're welcome, bro. Go ahead, Dante. The floor is yours. We're gonna go to Kyle, Dan, and we'll wrap up. Dante, what do you got to say, man?
I just quickly wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank Mike, because like ever since joining a couple weeks ago, my whole mindset has been changing already. And just watching the videos, you know, listening to you, listening to the dude AJ yesterday, Alex, like I noticed that even throughout my day, I go out and I try to I talk to my friends different. I try to spread the whole mindset, the whole belief. I just try to positively spread it. So I just appreciate it. It's awesome.
That's awesome, brother.
Thank you so much, Dante, for the kind words.
That's what happens, Dante. You know, before you work with us, I guarantee you're looking for answers, just like everybody here, including me. So now there's one thing I have in common. It's noon West Coast on a Saturday, and we're talking about mindset. We're talking about success. We're talking about helping people, and there's 54 people here, man, and that's just kind of how it happens,
And to quickly backpack off of what you said before about like the whole thinking you can't and telling like when someone's trying to get you to like you're on the phone with someone and you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't have the time. I relate to that heavy because even with this, I told myself, I don't know about it. I don't have the time. I work so much. I'm working like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to make the time. I'm going to do this shit while I'm working. I'm going to stop, watch a video while I'm driving. And it just, so you really got to like, just tell yourself you can make the time and you can do it.
No, 100%, man. No, I love that mindset, man.
Kyle.
But
thanks, Dante.
What's up? I just had a quick question regarding like, what's your advice for newcomers and like young people? Because I know a stigma we face these days is like, you're young, you can't close deals, you can't be successful is basically the thought I'm getting. And like going to college is like basically a huge stigma for me. Like if you don't go to college, you're not successful. So like what advice would you give someone new to closing? Because I'm only 19 years old, but I'm like super confident and I've never had a problem with mindset, but I was just asking.
Yeah, sorry. Everything you said there are all beliefs, right? They're all things that are just not true. We can disable that with facts, right? If you go to college, you're not a failure. You're like, college was the best thing I ever did. I hate this whole thing online about like college. Oh, if you go to college, you shit. I love college, right? College is great. College, you can learn things. College, you can meet people. College, you can network. So I want you to adopt that. And you can say quite the same thing with what you said about closing. You said like, oh, I'm too young to close. Well, why are you too young? There's other people who are younger than you who are closing. So why can't you close? Right. So like if once you replace those beliefs with actually truth and logic, it just becomes real, right? There's other guys who are younger than you who are closing deals. So why can't you? Of course you can. You just spoke to me there. You seem like a really well-spoken dude, a really confident guy. Of course you can close deals, man. Of course you can close deals. And when you do your certificates, come speak to me. You can be a closer for my agency, bro. How's that sound?
Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you.
Mike.
One last
Mike, just
Dan,
Mike, real quick, Mike, just to make this real. Mike, Igor, when Igor signed you up, how old's Igor?
Shit, I believe he's 17 years old. I gave Igor 25 days the next day.
Oh, there you go, bro. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to throw some reality in there just to help the guy out.
No,
I'm pretty sure. But Kyle, everything you said, just think of the opposite. Just think of the opposite.
Hey, real quick, Gabriel and Dante, I want you guys to make sure you check out the production program this weekend. Just go check that out. Everybody here.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go check out the production program. Okay.
Yeah.
It's chapter 8 production. Just like go look at that. Gabriel, Dante, tag me in the group and just let me know your takeaways. Like there's some shit.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, there's some gold in there. Okay, Dan Anson.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been.
All right. Yeah, so Alan, we need to link up at some point, man. I'm in the UK as well. I usually go there, man. We need to link up in London.
Hey, come on. Yeah, come on. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, just shout it on Facebook, bro.
You got a question, mate?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've got it. So, the book Psycho-Cybernetics you talked about. Could you just go over a little bit more on that? Like, what are some habits you took away from that in your life? Like how, because you said it's been the biggest change to your beliefs and stuff.
So these two books together just makes like a super combination. Like these are I referenced these books for my notes for this presentation. So this will work on your self-image and your self-belief and like knowing that you're the shit. And this will help you install those habits to ensure that you become that person that you want to be. So Ronaldo, Renee, there are other people they want to be because they have great habits. And I'll teach you how to do that. And and they believe they're the shit because they have amazing self-esteem and self-image. So to answer your question, Dan, please ask that again because I kind of went on a tangent. Sorry, bro.
So what I meant was. What I meant was like, what are some like habits you took away from those books, and what did you implement from those books in your life?
Love that. So it was the visualization, so visualizing success. Also, one thing I learned from the book was that thing I talk about with reason. So dispelling limiting beliefs and replacing with truth. Right. So
okay.
So why does I believe that? Why do I believe that? Or why? How's that true? Or what? question those beliefs. So what Kyle said there, like, question that, like, what is that true? Like, no, it's not true. So that's one thing. Another thing is, like, obviously when you think of a negative belief, so when you have a belief saying, I can't do that, or I can't do this because, get angry at that belief, get angry at it, challenge it, and beat the shit out of it, crush that stuff. Okay, that's one thing. It's more like another thing as well with this book as well. I'm just going off the top of my head everything I remember from it. So another thing is about decisions, right? What I used to do when I used to make decisions, and I used to I'd be like, oh, why did I do that? Or should I have done that? Or, oh, I can't believe I did that decision and all this stuff. And now when I make a decision, I forget about it. It's done. Decision's done. Forget about it. Decision done. Forget about it. It's like roulette. Have you ever played roulette? It's like, do you know when the ball, you place your bet and the ball spins, you forget about your bets, don't you? You don't touch it anymore. It's just gone, right? You've made your bets. You can't touch it. That's it. It's done. That's how you should approach your decisions in business and in life. You made a decision, stick to it, forget about it. That's another thing. And habits, make habits easier for yourself. So, for example, if I want to work out, I make sure all my gym gear is laid out on my chair, and I'm ready to wake up and I'm ready to put my clothes on and go, and make all these decisions easier for yourself. And also, I went through a phase I didn't have social media. I deleted social media off all my phones because I was scrolling too much with social media. So I was like, okay, I'm deleting that, making it easy for myself. So another thing is to make it easier for yourself to instill these good habits, and also make it easier for yourself to get rid of bad ones. So, for example, don't have any junk food in your house. Just little simple things like that. Delete social media, or turn off your phone before bed, or there's these little things to help you avoid bad ones and make it easier for yourself to install good ones. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's great, man. Thanks.
Hey guys, listen. This is the biggest group Alan's ever spoken in front of. Obviously, the guy is doing some magic. Alan, this is very powerful. Everybody, give him some love. Everybody, just give him a little.
All right, guys, I appreciate your time. It's a Saturday.
Well done, bro. Listen,
I'll round applause to you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
I want to ask you guys for a favor.
Thank you, Alan.
I want to ask everybody here. I'm looking all the way at Kyle, all the way to Timothy iPhone, all the way to Erica, and all the way back up to Hugh. If you had some value in this today, if you learned something, okay, if there was something that kind of just shifted your thinking in a positive light, go into the Closer Academy group and tag Alan. He's in there. He's in this community. He's part of the Closer Academy. Okay. And I know he would appreciate like one or two takeaways. Okay. And he would appreciate that. Trust me. Okay. So that's how we could repay him if he got some sort of value. Go in the group. You see his name right here. Give him maybe one or two gems that you took, or maybe something positive you'd like to share, and then just tag him so that he could see it. Okay. And he would appreciate that. Okay. Alan, anything else, bro, before we get up out of here, man?
Just want to say thank you so much for your time, guys. It's Saturday, and so thank you so much for trading your time today in order to be here. I really enjoyed presenting to you guys, and I hope that helped you, and I hope you learned something as well. And please connect with me.
Thank you for your time, man.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, you guys have a beautiful
Thank you, Alan, man.
We'll catch y'all real soon.
You too, man.
Guys, what up? It's your boy Mike Barron. Thank you for checking out the YouTube channel. Truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you forget, I'm going to come to this computer right now and I'm going to close you my damn self. Let's go. I'll see you at the top, y'all.